would have been like University of Georgia. Like, if they didn't offer a specific major that fit my needs, then University of Kentucky offers it, so I can technically get that degree, like, as like a little trade-off deal, but then you get in-state tuition. So that is the backstory of why I am on the Integrated Strategic Communication ISC pathway. And one of my best friends, actually I would say that she's my best friend, that I met through my new art college, which is what I've been a part of for like 3 years now. So my freshman year I went without it, and then I think like partly into sophomore year, my friend that I met through the ISC program was like, hey, have you heard of digital media and design? Like, I think I'm gonna do it, because she didn't just want advertising experience, she also wanted to do art and graphic design. So some people, what they'll do is they'll make digital media design their minor, which means you have less classes of it. So the majority and the bulk of your classes are going to be your primary major, and then your secondary major or your minor. Well, not secondary major, sorry. If you choose it as your minor, you're going to only have to take a certain amount of courses, and you're not going to get really enriched and like into the upper curriculum. Like, you're just going to do some intro stuff, and like you're not really going to find yourself as an artist if you're doing it as a minor. So I decided to take it upon myself to make it a double major, which means you literally do both of the majors, the full coursework, the full everything. Like, you're not exempt from anything, so it's not like you only have to do some of it in digital media design or DMD. You have to do all of it. So it's a lot, because it's like studio courses. You have like 3-hour classes, and that's standard for a studio. It's AS and then whatever, so art studio, whatever the number is. So I was committed to that, and it was the best decision I could have ever made for myself. It felt freeing. It felt like my heart was able to like experience life and like experience a school and college experience that is perfect for me. It is amazing, and it was meant for me. Like, I know that for sure, because like the feeling that I got in those classes, the types of teachers that I got to come across, and the types of energies I got to be around on a regular basis, I felt so like exhale, breath of fresh air, amazing. Like, those are my people. That's where I'm home, is like in the art community. Partially, I'm learning as I'm growing that I need more. I need more than just the art community. I need a wellness community. I need different types of people to kind of interact with at some point in my life. So I'm trying to manifest like those healthy connections of people who like are really passionate about something. They care about causes, and they just care about like taking care of themselves and finding fulfillment and happiness in life. And like, don't get me wrong, artists in that community, both of those like go hand in hand, and I think that's why there's so many amazing people that I find in the art community. But also the art community, they just are darker souls in a weird way, and they also have really bright and light souls. Like, they're very amazing people that have been through shit, people that have dealt with like identity crisis and like sexuality stuff, and like there's just so many more people over there to love on and accept and feel compassion for, and like honor their individuality. Individuality is huge over there. Like, the whole point is for you to figure out who you are and like what you're about and what kind of art you want to make, and everything is pretty much up to you for the most part. But, and I mean that by like saying the professors give you your space to be yourself, they give you your space to create, but there are parameters and there are guidelines and things that you need to still follow within your like criteria. But I'm getting distracted because I don't know if I like the microphone like over my face or just like not, so sorry about that. Maybe we'll try to switch it up. You guys, I was not prepared to take this senior class, ISC campaigns. I was not prepared. This is a shock. I thought that ISC 491, which is like the last required course that you need to take as an ISC professional degree pathway, whatever. I thought that it was like resume writing and building your resume and building your portfolio, not even resume, more so your portfolio, like showing your ISC campaigns that you did in the past. Because like part of the requirement to graduate is you have to admin stuff that you used in your internship. Well, I got exempt from the internship, so I can't even like do that portion of it. And I was dead set on like walking into that class or like getting into that Zoom and being like, yeah, I'm going to grad school to be an art therapist. Like, I'm not even gonna do ISC as a career, and just like, that's my name, that's my flex, that's my what I'm about, you know what I mean? Like, my identity is not ISC. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for, you know, letting me in the class, but I'm just here to get the fuck out, get what I need to get done, and then leave. So I'm so worked up about this, you guys. It's, some people might be like, it's just a class, like, get over it, but to me it's like a life thing. It's like I'm going against my values, and there's some sandpaper and a lot of friction going on, and the two pieces are not supposed to fit together, but because it's required and it's my major and it's what I signed up for, like, I realize I have to take it. So man up, man down. I'm man down. So the reason why I dislike ISC so much, and I'm just gonna call this video like marketing because that's what people know it as. It's basically like creative advertising. It's strategic, like planning and organizing, and it's a lot of stuff that you need to keep up with. And like, the whole thing is trying to understand your target audience and write a client brief on them. Like, who's the company, when were they founded, who are the leaders, what do they do, what are the products that they sell, and then what markets do they market to, what age group, what gender, what race, what ethnicity, what household income, what salary. And you have to approximate all this information, and you have to dig, and you have to use databases and like find it and everything, and like analyze it, and then you have to take that information and turn it into a campaign and turn it into something tangible. And the teacher will grade you on like your execution of everything that you created. A magazine ad, a commercial, like film strip, like you write down the scenes of like what you're gonna say in the commercial, or like your radio show, like you can have only a 30-second radio placement or a 10-second commercial. What are you gonna make? So it's very like pressure, quick, deadline, like very intense. And they claim that this is how advertising agencies work, and like, you guys need to be ready for this, like intensity and like quick turnaround time, and your client might absolutely hate what you do, so they are really quick to like burn down your ideas. And all of my lowest grades in college were in ISC because like, you try so hard and you do what you think is best, and then it ends up like not even being great. And depending on the teacher that you have, most of them are very strict, very high-paced. They worked in advertising for their lives as professionals. They worked in board meetings and boardrooms and like presented stuff on like a whole PowerPoint of, oh, we know who you are, this is your brand identity, this is what you guys are about, and this is what we're gonna do, and here's our campaigns, blah blah blah. And then you have to get dressed up, and we would present in like business attire and everything. And the whole time I'm getting like the worst anxiety about it as I'm in the class, because it's like, this isn't for me. I know it's not for me. And especially after doing this internship at this architecture firm, I realized how much I dislike marketing. And I'm grateful for the internship. It was very prestigious, and I got to like go to a fancy building and really fancy elevators that you step out, there's like the plaque with like the name on it, the architecture firm, and like you get this sense of ego a little bit by like working there. But beyond that, it didn't bring me any fulfillment or enjoyment. And I would just sit at my desk and look around, and I'd be like, I need to take a breath so that this isn't like just shooting at you rapid fire. Y'all are here to relax, but also this is my therapy boo, so thank you guys. What was I saying? Oh, I would sit at my desk and I would like go on Amazon and like look up like tarot cards and like oracle cards, and I spent a lot of my money on that stuff. Like, I have a drawer filled now, I probably have like 20 decks, and I would watch YouTube videos on my lunch breaks, and I would like do self-growth through that. So like, I would work on my spirituality, or I would journal, or like at my desk, if there was nothing else going on, I would just pull out my journal and just straight up journal and like draw pretty much. Like, I hate doing mundane tasks. I don't like doing rest of us, because I knew not everyone wanted to do these things, but you're supposed to just shut up, shut your mouth, and like put on your uniform and just do your job that you were told to do. And I realized that those were experiences that I needed to have to show me that that's like not my environment that I need to be in. And same thing with like the contrast of having art classes and art studio and being able to create it, like these things on the wall. Like I get to spend my time, my homework time, making art and making something tangible that I get to keep and like treasure, and I actually get to try and like care about what I'm making. And it's critical thinking skills like this is a group zine that we made, and a zine is just like a mini book essentially, but everyone in the class had to come up with their own design under the theme disguise, and then we have a girl wearing a mask on here, and then she did like little devils around the back, and it's like devil in disguise kind of. So we get to interpret a message and we get to make whatever we want out of it. So like I just love the creativity of the types of projects that I get to do in my art major. But in ISC you have to strip away every little bit. Good Lord, do we hear these cars? Oh my God. Get home, do your thing, be safe, whatever. So in ISC, you basically have to strip away piece by piece, individuality, the things that make you you, the things you love, your passions. Like you don't get to bring that around because the client wants something. The client is demanding you produce an ad and a series of advertisements, reasoning. Like we have to care about you, we have to show you we care about you, and we have to make something custom to you. We're providing you with a service. So like marketing is essentially just like a service being provided to somebody who wants to like seem like they're better than they really are. And it just became this huge like ethical dilemma and like ethical battle for me. And I'm like, I would take some classes called corporate social responsibility, and I loved those. It's like how to be a good person, a good citizen, and a good business leader. So that is the only part that I like about it. But that's not even like used often. It's like fake CSR, fake socially responsible. And that's essentially what you're paying people to do. And like public relations pathway within my major, you can do creative, which is what I'm doing, public relations, media buying spaces, like how to buy like TV placements and advertisement spots, and like know the analytics and the market of that, purchasing, and then like I think event planning or something like that. So you got to choose. And public relations is essentially like crisis management and covering your ass, like covering the company's ass, and that is your job. Where's your individuality? They don't care. There's a brand image, there's a set standard. Like we have to make booklets. I haven't for some reason, but some people do to like overachieve. I'm pretty sure in this campaigns class we have to make booklets, but it's like a standardization booklet of the fonts you can use, the colors you can use, the words that you can use, and like even as simple as like how many words can be on a line. Like there's brand standards, and it's like I'm gonna die one day, and I don't want love ISC, or they like pretend to at least, and they take it so serious. They have so much like anxiety surrounding the presentation, and they think it needs to be like top of your game, formal as fuck. But I always try to bring a lighthearted vibe to it and like switch it up just to make myself more comfortable. And like this is the dilemma about me graduating soon. It's like, do I want to work in an industry where this is my job and like me be miserable every day, or do I really fight hard and try my best to find something that's actually in alignment with me? And that's what I'm gonna try to do. But I'm just saying, like, with my degrees, ISC seems like the one that's gonna be easier to get a job for than digital media design, because they'll require like graphic design experience, and I hate graphic design. Like, I'm more of just a straight up artist, like painter, fiber art, like the fun cozy things, and slightly photography, videography, but stuff that I want to make that has meaning and messages to me, like it's healing, not for a company. So I'm kind of in a shit position where I'm like, I have these 2 majors, but it's not even what I want to do, and that's the whole dilemma of me like wanting to go to grad school, and I'll talk about that in another video. I think I slightly did in a video talking about like my healing career and like what I want to do, but you guys, so that was my ramble, that was my rant. Thank you guys so much for watching,